Okay.
line.
Come on in here, guys. So you
Okay.
can. How's it going? How's business?
Telling Tom, you guys are great.
Mark,
Times for sure.
there's Mark, right here.
It's great.
So it's Debbie, yep, this is great.
We have no choice.
I think I can take this off now. Has enough makeup inside of it. I know, it's just
That is
lip.
the reality.
Why do I even bother? Huh? Oh. The Central San Diego Black Chamber of Commerce made a commitment to raise $1 million in 60 days to help Black-owned businesses reopen, and we did it. We made this commitment to Black-owned businesses and initiated a Black Business Relief Fund as a call to action to help struggling Black businesses during COVID-19. Too often, the Black community has felt neglected, unheard, and unsupported during these critical times. And as the battle against racial injustice continues, coupled with financial hardship due to inequities in the financial support during this pandemic, it was the San Diegans that came together. The City of San Diego, elected officials, San Diego businesses, foundations, and individual donors. We all showed up and supported as a united front disproportionate devastated Black-owned businesses. We used our collective power to uplift and empower each other during these difficult times. I want to thank Chairman Bruce Mayberry and our board of directors and staff for all their diligent efforts in the reopening and recovery of Black business owners. Our board and staff will continue to drive our mission to create generational wealth for these businesses in San Diego. The Black Business Relief Fund to date has helped nearly 200 business owners. We have served a variety of businesses in the region, from professional services, a sports fishing shop, restaurants, salons, barbershops, and even this gourmet ice cream shop that we are standing in front of. Roughly 74% of grant recipients are Black-owned women businesses, and nearly 40% are child care businesses. And as we celebrate this milestone of $1 million, I have to emphasize that this is just the beginning. We still need more help from our local communities. So I want to just thank tons of people, but really quick. The Central San Diego Black Chamber would like to thank the leaders who came together during this major crisis, saw the need, and came to the aid of the Black business community. I want to begin with the Strategic Alliance of Ethnic Chambers, which consists of the Black, Asian, and Hispanic chambers. Our chambers unite together to work for the underserved community. Jason Paggio and Iris Garcia, thank you so much for your friendship and your support. Our City Council unanimously voted in support of Mayor Faulkner's proposal to make sure that severely impacted businesses in distressed communities receive the financial help they needed. So thank you, Mayor Kevin Faulkner, Council President Gomez, Councilmember Montgomery, who is like the helm of this all, and the entire City Council for your votes and your empathy. I also want to thank Supervisor Cox and Fletcher for their continued support in helping disadvantaged businesses. I can tell you that the media has been such a strong partner in helping us get the word out, donating ad space, and also providing us with donors. So I would like to thank San Diego Business Journal, The Voice and Viewpoint, the Union Tribune, Cox Communication, and the news stations, radio, and social media for providing us a platform for information and donors. I continue to thank the Alliance Healthcare Foundation, the Padres, who I just can't say enough about, the San Diego Foundation, who's been amazing, grant makers, SDG&E, the Jewish Community Foundation, Sony, California Coast Credit Union, Pacific Western Bank, Union Bank, U.S. Bank, Wells Fargo, Bridgewaters, and so many others, and to including the Sakan Band of Kumeyaay Nation. San Diego Regional Economic Development, thank you so many foundations and private donors that donated for this effort. So I want to introduce our speakers right now, and I'd like to bring up Mayor Faulkner for remarks. But before I do, I want to say thank you, Mayor, for providing financial support and your dedication to the underserved communities. Your commitment to flatten the economic disparity curve is just the first step and the most important step to ensuring business owners, for people of color, that they don't get left behind again. And so, Mayor Faulkner, please come up.
Thank you, Donna. Thank you, Donna, and good morning. I will tell you, it is great to be with so many of you who represent the best of our city, the best of our community. And Donna, to you and everyone at the Central Black Chamber of Commerce, thank you for your tenacity, thank you for your spirit, and the fact that we have hit that $1 million mark, I think speaks volumes about this city, our community, and our commitment to help particularly our black-owned businesses. This has been very difficult for all small businesses across the city of San Diego. But to have that support, to have that unanimous support, pleased to be here with my colleague, Councilmember Montgomery, showed from the very, very beginning that we knew that we had to act quickly. But we also knew that we had to have the community support to try to raise the dollars. And as Donna just said, this is just a start. And to be here today when we were talking about this just a couple of months ago, I think is, as I said, it speaks volumes about our commitment. And really, it's about, as I said, not only just small businesses, but it's about San Diegans. It's about Avril here, who's doing a phenomenal job with the ice cream shop here, the gourmet ice cream shop, and how these dollars are helping to keep people employed, helping to keep our small businesses going. Small businesses are the backbone of our city. It's the backbone of our economy. And you have my continued strong support as we not only hit this $1 million mark, but we look to see additional funds and resources and help that we can provide as our small businesses are helping to provide not just for their families, but to keep workers and their families going during this very difficult pandemic. And so I'm going to continue to push for help. I'm going to continue to push for support. I'm going to continue to push for clearer guidelines out of Sacramento because San Diegans want to get back to work. They want to get back to work safely in a new normal, and that's what this is all about. And that's one of the reasons why we started the city's Small Business Relief Fund at the very beginning to offer this, really this lifeline in during this pandemic. And all the folks that helped with our Recover Advisory Group, again, with one goal: how do we keep people going and recover as quickly as we can? And as Donna just said, and to have the unanimous support of the City Council on these issues, I think has been a real hallmark for the city of San Diego, because we know particularly that this pandemic has hit our Black and our Hispanic communities very hard. And it's clear that we needed to do everything in our power to help all of our businesses come together and thrive during this time. And so, Donna, I just want to say how proud I am of the Central San Diego Black Chamber of Commerce, who stood up for the very beginning, that said, let's organize, let's get the community involved. People often talk about a public-private partnership, but this is the very definition of it. This is the city coming to help to do our part, but this is our community really coming together in an unprecedented fashion and a very quick fashion. And I'm glad Donna read through all of the names. I won't do that again, but thank you. Thank you for realizing what needed to be done, and thank you for realizing the opportunity that we have as a city to really unlock funds necessary to keep businesses going and keep people employed. And I can tell you that the overwhelming success that we have had in such a quick time frame has shown that this community has the back of our small businesses. So these businesses continue to need help and support. That's why you have my strong commitment. That's why you have the council's commitment. That's why you have the community's commitment to keep going, because again, our small businesses and what they mean for our families and for those that are working so hard make the difference in our city between success and for failure. And this is all about success. This is about recovering as one San Diego. So again, I want to say thank you to all of you. Thank you, Donna, Central San Diego Black Chamber of Commerce, to ensure that all businesses have their fair opportunity to recover and have success, and the target dollars that are going to black-owned businesses. I think not only is it working, but it's a model that I want to see us continue years into the future. And so with that, I wanted to introduce our council member. Is it my job to introduce our council member? I will introduce Council Member Monica Montgomery, who's been a true champion and a leader of this effort from the very beginning, and really helped to bring the, as I said, to move this in front of the council again to achieve that unanimous support. Councilmember Montgomery.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor, for being here today, for all of your support. And I just want to say, first of all, good morning to everyone. It is so good to be here to celebrate this milestone. As we are here, though, we have to remember that one of the silver linings of this pandemic, if there is one, is that we realize how much inequity there actually is in our city. And once we really got on the same page about that, we started to work together to change that. And so my hope is that we continue to do this work we have decades of policies that have kept people of color down in our city. And in celebrating that, we also have to recognize that in one way or another, we have been a part of that system, and that now it's never too late to change. And so for that reason, I'm very, very, very happy to be here to announce this milestone and to think about everything that it will do for black businesses in particular in San Diego. It just really warms my heart, especially at a time like this. And so, as the mayor said, I am the council member for the 4th Council District in the city of San Diego. And when we talk about the disparate impact of the pandemic on black-owned businesses, we don't have to look really any further than my district in southeastern San Diego, where we have had some of our favorite community spots and our community businesses permanently shutter their doors. This pandemic has widened the gaps of inequity. As I said, that they really were already here, but now we have to face them in a very transparent manner, and we are doing that together. This moment in our history cries for justice. It really does, particularly economic justice that can level the playing field for many disadvantaged businesses. To stand here with the Central San Diego Black Chamber of Commerce and a broad coalition of partnering organizations to announce this $1 million milestone for the Black Business Relief Fund underscores a tremendous and desperately needed effort. As elected officials, we must do everything within our power to alleviate the burdens on black-owned businesses to prevent more doors from shuttering permanently. Data shows the disproportionate impact the pandemic has had on black and brown people in the rate of unemployment and COVID-19 positive cases. This is particularly true for residents in my district. People are hurting, and those closest to the pain are those closest to finding equitable solutions. I want to, from my heart, thank Donna DeBerry and the many generous individual and corporate sponsors for listening to the people. I really have not known Donna for very long, but I feel like I have, because she has been very open, very persistent, available, and really putting the community first in this effort. And so I consider her to be, her and the Black Chamber to be a true partner to my office. From day one, I promised to amplify the community's voice at City Hall. This Black Business Relief Fund is an answer to the pain of the people. It is a start, but we still have a lot of work to do. We have 200 business owners like Mr. Williams, owner of the Hammond Gourmet Ice Cream Shop, receiving relief from this fund, and 1,000 applications awaiting aid. As the sole Black member of the San Diego City Council, I do feel the burden of this community on a personal level. My parents are small business owners, and I know that every dollar received impacts the bottom line and makes a difference in the doors staying open or closing permanently. This is the first year that the Central San Diego Black Chamber of Commerce received any funding from City Hall. We simply have not had a seat at the table, and we have not had our voices amplified. But today, we have 1 million reasons to celebrate this achievement and the need that we have, the need that will be met by this funding. We have faced tremendous disparity over many years. We now know that and are addressing it genuinely and truthfully, which I am so grateful for that. So once again, I want to thank the Black Chamber, all of the partners for joining your voices in our grassroots movement as we all work to flatten the curve on inequity. And Mr. Williams, thank you so much for hosting us today. Thank you.
So our next remarks is from Eric Grubner, now President of Business Operations for the San Diego Padres. And I just want to say, when I first made the commitment for this $1 million challenge announcement, Eric called me and said, not only will we donate to the fund, but I'm going to make sure that all of our sponsors are involved and are committed to donating. And that is exactly what he did. Thank you, Eric.
Thank you so much, Donna. On behalf of the ownership of the San Diego Padres and our front office, I want to thank the Central San Diego Black Chamber of Commerce for the opportunity to speak today, my fellow speakers, and also Mr. Williams for hosting us here at your ice cream shop. I think we're close enough to lunchtime. Maybe I can grab a little something afterwards if you guys are serving it up, so that sounds good. So thank you so much. As Donna mentioned, when we first learned about the effort with the Black Business Relief Fund to raise $1 million in 2 months, it was in the wake of several high-profile incidents of racial injustice across our country. The San Diego Padres are uniquely positioned in our community with our platform to make a difference. There's a number of ways that we seek to make a positive impact in the San Diego community, and we were grateful and honored to partner with the Black Chamber of Commerce to make an initial donation of $19,000 in honor of Mr. Padre Tony Gwynn, number 19, on June 19th, to this excellent program that is giving back to the heart of the small business community, the Black-owned small business community here in San Diego. The Padres want to stand with all facets of our San Diego community, including the Black community, to help end racism and racial injustice in the San Diego region. We're so thankful for Donna's leadership, and in the short amount of time that she's been at the helm here in San Diego, to accomplish a feat such as this is truly remarkable. And we're especially excited to continue to partner not only with the Black Chamber, but with the Black community going forward to improve our community, better our community, and make this a place that all San Diegans can be proud of. So thank you so much, and I'll hand it back to Donna at this time.
Our next remarks are from Debbie McKeon, I always say your name, President and CEO of San Diego Grantmakers. So Debbie, first of all, she is not only our fiscal agent, but she's my friend. And I can't say, I think about her team every day who tirelessly, the way processing and delivering those grants to the recipients is so heartfelt when I meet with her team every day, and I can't thank Debbie enough for all that she does for our community. Debbie.
Thank you so much, Donna. On behalf of the San Diego Grantmakers Board of Directors and its 150 members, we're honored to be key partners and supporters of the Central San Diego Black Chamber of Commerce and its Black Business Relief Fund under the inspiring leadership of Donna DeBerry, who is just a force de jour, and her board. When the need arose, there was just no question that we would step forward as Grantmakers focuses on equity-centered solutions and support. We're inspired by the commitment of so many to unite to help Black-owned businesses rebuild, reopen, and recover, and enjoy the businesses such as we're here today at Hammond's Ice Cream. And yet we know more is needed, and we stand ready to build on this momentum with all of the partners to support generational wealth building efforts throughout all of our communities. We know how critically important it is to mobilize support and inspire collective efforts. We're deeply appreciative and thankful to Grantmakers member Alliance Healthcare Foundation and Sarah Lyman, its CEO, who couldn't be with us today, unfortunately, as they were a catalyst with their early leadership support. And though Donna has already mentioned so many, but wait, there's more. They were joined by leading gifts from the Epstein Family Foundation, Cox Communications, Leach Tag Foundation, Jeffrey and Karen Silverman Family Fund, AM Ortega, Gengoli, Aviv, E2, NV5, YPO Coastal San Diego, and Callaway Golf Foundation, as well as longtime San Diego Grantmakers member, the San Diego Foundation, who you'll hear from soon. And this is just naming a few. Small businesses are essential for our economy and culture. Working with all of the fund donors, we bring our collective thanks from the supporters to each Black business owner and their employees, recognizing the tremendous work it takes, essential role you have, and appreciating all that you do to make our communities vibrant and the places where we want to live. Thank you so much.
Our next remark is from Mark Stewart, President and CEO of the San Diego Foundation. Mark is just dedicated to providing support to the underserved community. I think it's your lifelong legacy. And I remember calling on Mark and asking him to help. And without hesitation, Mark and his board of directors provided $100,000 to the Black Business Relief Fund, and actually even more than that if I count previously. So thank you so much, Mark. Thank you for all that you do for us. We love you and appreciate you.
Good morning. The San Diego Foundation is proud to stand here alongside regional leaders who are all dedicated to the fight for racial and social justice. Our $100,000 investment in the Black Business Relief Fund and our ongoing commitment to the work of the Central San Diego Black Chamber of Commerce is all focused on achieving one audacious and yet important goal, and that is strengthening the socioeconomic capacity of our Black businesses, families, and neighbors. The philanthropic community is uniquely positioned to put its financial heft and might to this important work, and the San Diego Foundation is working with our fund holders and allies to advance opportunities to advance projects like the Black Business Relief Fund that is all focused on racial equity. And we do this because we know that the diversity of our community is what makes us so strong, so resilient, and so hopeful. So all of us working together today and for many days to come can help build a better and brighter future for all who call San Diego home. Thank you.
So I think I saved the best for last, which is remarks from our grantee and host today at the press conference. So AJ, would you like to come and say a few words?
Sure. Good morning, everyone. Hammond's Gourmet Ice Cream has been serving custom-made Hawaiian ice cream to San Diego since 2014. And regardless of what's sort of sitting at our doorstep right now in terms of the COVID situation, we plan to do that well into the future. I first of all want to thank our customers, first and foremost. They've been extremely supportive to the business. They've come in with a genuine interest in how we're doing, and I really, really appreciate that. Second, I want to thank our team members and our staff members who, through any concerns for their safety or whatever the case may be, they've come in and they've kept the wheels turning for Hammond's Gourmet. And even to some of our vendors, I'll highlight our landlord here. They have really worked with us in terms of being gracious and working through these difficult times. So it really does take a village, and everyone's sort of circling the wagons, and we really do appreciate that. I definitely want to thank Mayor Faulconer for being here and shining a focus and attention on black businesses, on small businesses in general in terms of their needs. I actually saw him on Instagram. He was actually dining at another black-owned business, so he's walking the walk, and I really do appreciate that. San Diego Black Chamber of Commerce, the Padres, grant makers, whoever else has contributed to the overall fund, I really want to say we appreciate, on behalf of black businesses, we all appreciate what you guys have done. And more importantly, not only did the San Diego Black Chamber of Commerce extend a grant, but they also extended business development resources, which to me is almost more valuable than the grant itself. You know, I'm already using some of those resources and talking to counseling and some of the other resources to talk about how to grow the business. So, you know, I'm hopeful about the future, and I'm thinking about the future, and regardless of what is in front of us right now. And from what you've heard from all the speakers, I think that gives us all, you know, a sense of that we're going to be all right on the back end of this, okay? I thank you guys for coming out, and appreciate it. Thank you.
So we are closing this, and finally, I just want to say thank you to all San Diegans for the outpouring of support. And even though I know I didn't mention all of our donors by name, their contributions are now legacy and they're legends in their names. Because San Diego is a unique city that thrives on diversity and inclusiveness in nature. And this is the type of community that we represent as a whole. And I just want to end with a quote from John Lewis, because he once said, "Nothing can stop the power of a committed and determined people, because they are the ones who make a difference." So let's continue to be the pillars of unwavering hope and support to the black community and businesses, because they are the vibrant and critical part of the San Diego community. Thank you all.
Thank you, young lady. Good job. Well done, well done. Very good, Monica. Good.
And I did, so you can, yeah.
For the